So then the opening round of the Rugby Championship was finished in Cordoba with an away win for New Zealand by 41 points to 24. New Zealand are now the holders of the prestigious Visa Trophy. I mean, that's the one everyone wants, isn't it? Forget the World Cup, forget the Rugby Championship, Six Nations. It's the Visa Trophy that everyone wants. New Zealand have it. Two very similar scorelines in the opening round of games, 2 away victories, 10 points, heading their way back to the Antipodean Islands. And do you know what? I think one of my big takeaways from this result, and full disclosure, I fell asleep during the second half. That's no slight on the teams playing. It was the fact it was about nearly 1 in the morning. And I nodded off. So that's why I'm doing this video now. I've caught up with the bits I missed. And I can now file my match report. Thank you very much for watching. Hit subscribe, give the video a thumbs up, leave your chat down below. One thing I noticed, I think it's peculiar how many New Zealand fans I have seen not very happy with that performance. Obviously, they'll be happy with the result and the 5 points, but there's a bit of negativity surrounding the New Zealand team. And I mean, there's complaints about the cohesion in the centres, Anton Linnett-Brown's brain fart. Anton Linnett brain fart. I mean, Will Jordan didn't even score. How could he drop him? No, there's just a little bit of like negativity towards the All Black team from their fans, and a part of me is like, well, actually, that's a relief. I thought it was just England fans that just couldn't be pleased, but maybe it's everyone a little bit. So I guess that's one question. If you're a Kiwi fan, are you down towards that result, performance, and why? Because you've just beaten a really, really good Argentina team in their own backyard with a bonus point, scoring 40 points, and you've got a lot of areas you can still improve on and will improve on. The All Blacks are tracking. If you just look at the trend and the tracking, they are tracking in the right direction for the World Cup in 2027. It shouldn't be, and it won't be, the finished article right now. And actually, ask Ireland, who peaked between World Cups the last couple of cycles. Maybe you don't want it to be perfect and peaking and everything great 2 years out from a Rugby World Cup. I think they're tracking really, really well. And it's an interesting contrast between the Springbok game and against Australia and the Argentina-New Zealand game. The Springboks never really flexed what is their traditional muscle of the set piece, whereas New Zealand did. They absolutely dominated Argentina line out, faultless again, and pinched a few of the RGs to maul. I think the maul led to maybe 4 of Argentina's tries. New Zealand's tries against Argentina. They absolutely smoked them. Scrum penalties they were getting on top as well. And that is the beauty. I say this all the time. The beautiful thing about rugby is the number of different ways that you can win. However, not all ways of winning are equal. And if you had to just pick one way to win, the power game, the set piece game, rock solid foundations, that is the most likely way, not just to win rugby matches, but to win tournaments. And we've seen that with the Springboks over the last 2 World Cups. I'm an Englishman. That counted the cost of us, not being able to scrum for a full 80 minutes. That stuff really matters. And the front 5 for New Zealand and the front 5 that come off the bench, they're in a very, very good place there. And that's without Tyrell Lomax, among others. Tamaiti Williams still to come back into the fold as well. Things are looking very good for New Zealand in those rock solid, non-negotiable fundamentals which win you rugby tournaments. So, yeah, I get it's not perfect and there's things to improve on, but enjoy that, because I was really impressed by New Zealand. And as I say, they will get better. I've even seen some people saying Rieko Ioane at 13. It's like, how many? It's almost, I'm just imagining it now. The same fans that were saying, get Rieko Ioane out of the 13 jersey, put him back on the wing. Now he's on the wing, are the ones saying, put him back at 13. So anyway, I'm just glad it's not just England fans. But for Argentina, they do some dynamite things. Their backline is one of the most exciting in the world. They got more metres and more clean breaks than New Zealand in this match. They have outrageous talent. But if you don't do the fundamentals, you're not going to win rugby matches. And that is what happened in this one. And they just could not come up with an answer to New Zealand's maul. It was 10-0 up early with Beauden Barrett scoring a penalty. That's Sevu Reece try after phases, eventually getting to the edge. Will Jordan with the pass to Reece. And then it was 10-7 with Rodrigo Isgro scoring. Patience from Argentina. They finally got a foothold in some territory, went through the phases, scored the goal, found the hole and scored. Then a brain fart from Marco Vivas, the prop, slapped down at the breakdown. He knew immediately he'd messed up, yellow card, and that, well, actually, New Zealand were a bit sticky in that period, but ultimately, a bit of Will Jordan magic. And that is the thing with this New Zealand team. Rock solid fundamentals, front five really, really good. You got Ardie Savia and you got Will Jordan. Things are going to happen. Tries are going to be scored when you've got guys like that on the park. And it was a bit of Will Jordan magic to get through Cortez Ratimer. There were scrum pens. There was the maul. That Reece try was off a maul. So that was 2 tries that were scored just before the end of the first half. And again, a comparison with the game that I was at yesterday between South Africa and Australia. Before the half-time, South Africa banging on the door, couldn't score, messed it up. New Zealand banging on the door, score twice at the end of the first half. And ultimately, when you look back at the match and when you see how Argentina responded in the second half, that was where the game was won. And equally, that was where the game was lost for South Africa. So just interesting comparisons between the two. Argentina much, much better in the second half. And we saw some of the magic they can bring. Thomas Albanose, magic moment from him, from a scrum, footwork, try. He's such a good player. Billy Proctor with a yellow card. Oviedo got that try again after lots and lots of pressure coming on. Eventually, the big number 8 goes over. And then New Zealand hit factory reset and went back to them all. Scrums were getting penalties. They could get the ball to the corner. They were squeezing at maul time. Argentina didn't have an answer. And do you know what? There is sometimes with rugby, it's like water will always find the path of least resistance. And that is how you win rugby games as well. If something's working for you, do it. Yeah, fine. The centres weren't brilliantly cohesive today. And there's some attacking shape and issues that can be ironed out. But they will be. But they were up against an Argentina team that are wild and dominant in that area. Take the path of least resistance. Just go and grind your opponents into dust at maul time. And Takeaho with 2 tries did exactly that in the match. And that is one of my big takeaways from this. New Zealand have fundamentals. They've got mojo. I thought Beauden Barrett bossed it. He was finding grass with a lot of his kicks. Not perfect, but they've got the bones in place. And that's without Cameron Roygaard to come back in and solidify things in that scrum half position. As for Argentina, it's so weird. When I think about Argentina when I was first getting into rugby as a kid, Argentina were always incredible at scrum time, but they didn't quite have the backs to take advantage of it. It's so strange how it's kind of come full cycle. And now Argentina got bullied up front, but have the most exciting backline. You stick that Argentina backline behind that New Zealand pack. Oh my word. Mwah! Chef's kiss. Matera was good, but other than that, I didn't think the forwards were that much cop. Oviedo did some nice things. He's a really nice player. Backline is dangerous, just got smoked up front. Argentina were much better in the second half. As for individuals, I thought... who did get man of the match? Was it Ratimer, did I see? I thought Tupu Vai was the best player on the park. Him, maybe Ardie Savia. No, Tupu Vai. Yeah, I would have gone for Tupu Vai, man of the match. I thought he was superb. And he really does bring balance to that New Zealand side with the line-out threat. And I said it was 100% line-out again from New Zealand, just as it was last month. Fabian Holland has really solved the problem there, hasn't he? Him and Tupu Vai, they're going to be around for a long time to come. So they're in a good place. Wallace Satiti, I didn't even mention him coming back into the New Zealand team. So, yeah, they're going to get better. Karifi, there you go. Massive work rate from him. Loads of tackles. I thought he did a good job. I thought Ratimer did a good job. For Argentina, the centres are really nice. Chocobaras and Sinti, Albanose. But yeah, they just got absolutely smoked up front, and that was the story of the game. There we go. Apologies for not having it out on the full-time whistle because I was asleep on the full-time whistle. Shame on me. I will be back with a team of the week and all of that good stuff. Hit subscribe on the channel so you don't miss anything. And from my hotel room in Johannesburg, I'll see you on the next one.